Hello, everybody. ReverendDrRed here. As everybody, I'm sure, is well aware by this point, we are stuck with Obama for another 4 years. It didn't seem to matter how much effort the different organizations and the pastors and everybody else put into their efforts to let everybody know that this was a very important election. That this was going to be the more or less the deciding moment of the path America was going to take. People still wound up voting for third parties. People still wound up not voting at all. Though, at least in my area, I was told by people down at the polls that this year they had a higher turnout than they've seen in a good while. I believe from my county, the voting turnout was close to 69% of the voters in the area, compared to the normal 30% turnout. So that's pretty good. It seemed to look to me that people were taking this election pretty seriously. My county had a high percentage going towards Romney. Romney beat Obama by a long shot in my county. Unfortunately, that's not how it went nationally, and I'm sorry to see that. Now what needs to be done is we need to bunker down, we need to regroup, we need to re-strategize, and we need to prepare ourselves for what's about to come. A lot of people apparently did not take heed to the warning of what's ahead of us with another 4 years of Obama. So what I'm hoping is that as Obama starts letting his true colors, so to speak, show to all of his followers, they'll start waking up and they'll join the rest of America. What we're looking at now is the next 4 years is going to get extremely ugly. A lot of people are already predicting that America is no longer going to be a white nation. There's going to be a battle over the United States Constitution. It is already being suggested that Obama is going to try to do away with the Constitution and replace it. We all know what he's going to replace that with. More than likely going to be either the Communist Manifesto or Sharia law, or a combination thereof. So what we need to do is everybody needs to pick up their Bible and they seriously need to start reading from it each and every day. And we need to pray hard, because the persecution that the Christians have seen, the Christians alone have seen in this past 4 years under Obama, is going to escalate. It's going to get worse. It's going to get in your face. Anybody who up to this point has denied the existence of persecution on the Christians in America will no longer be able to suggest that it's not happening, because it's going to be in their face. A lot of people that Obama used to get in office, both the first time around as well as the second time around, are going to get stabbed in the back by Obama now that he is in office for a second term. There's going to be a lot of people extremely angry with Obama, which, I'm glad that they're going to be angry with him. I just wish they would have seen what he was about before the election took place, so we could have got rid of Obama. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. We're going to continue to see our freedoms be attacked. They're going to be further stripped from us. The Constitution is going to be completely destroyed. We need to bunker down. We need to unite. And we need to do everything in our power to defend the United States Constitution and to defend our freedom. A lot of people are saying that November 6th, 2012 was the day America died. Well, in one sense it has, but in another sense it hasn't. What I mean by the fact that it hasn't is we still have a fighting chance. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard, but we do have a chance. We need to work on standing up for what's right. We need to stop letting the government and local level officials, federal government and state government and local government, push us around. We need to stop being intimidated. We need to read the Bible. We need to read the United States Constitution. We need to read and understand our state constitutions. And we need to be aware of the laws. And when something happens where we're asked to do something that is completely illegal, we can deny it and throw the law in their face. Will it work? Not all the time, but it is worth a shot. It will at least let the government officials and their minions realize that we do know the laws, we do know our rights, and so long as they exist, we are going to cling on to them. We are not going to go down without a fight. This country was built on freedom, and we need to grab onto that freedom and not allow it to be taken from us. If we can grasp onto the freedoms and fight back, these next 4 years are going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be a struggle. It is going to be hard. It is going to be living hell. But if we can hold on to our freedoms, we might be able to hold on to the last breath of America and breathe life back into America in 2016. But if the people as a whole allow the government to continue pushing us around, and if we continue to allow them to walk all over us, step all over us, we're not going to have any freedoms to hope that we can rekindle, or in America that we can hope to rekindle come 2016, because there isn't going to be a 2016. For all of you who have been watching my videos, visiting my personal website, my ministry's website, for the past 2 years, are well aware of a lot of the predictions that I've made. I'm not going to sit here and reiterate each and every last one of them. What I am going to say is that many of you who are very consistent viewers of my personal website, my ministry's website, and other avenues I utilize to get the word out there, have realized that each and every prediction that I've made has come true. I have a 100% accuracy rate so far. Obama being reelected only shows that something else that I had predicted and suggested is true. It's no longer fiction. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It is no longer some made-up theory in some crazy guy's head. People need to start reconnecting to Christ. They need to start, once again, living a Christian-based lifestyle, and every day be in a relationship with Christ. And you just might be able to see a lot of what it is that I am saying and why I am saying it. To better understand why I'm making the suggestion that my prediction and my suggestion of Obama not long ago is factual, and him getting back into office just proves it. As I said, I'm not going to reiterate it. If you haven't heard it, if you can't figure out what I'm getting at, go back through the videos and articles, because it is stated quite a few times on spiritualmessiahministries.org. Now, I'm really sad to see that, America asked for this nonsense another 4 years. Now I understand what got into the minds of these people that, this moron is in office for 4 years and hasn't accomplished a thing other than outsourcing jobs, bankrupting a whole bunch of people. Unemployment is through the roof. The welfare state has grown exponentially. Small businesses are being choked to death, that they can't compete in this economy. Obama hasn't done not one thing for America. Not one. So I don't understand what got into the minds of these people that voted for him, what they see in him, what they think he accomplished, what they think he done for America. I just don't understand it. But unfortunately, it is what it is. We have to deal with it. We need to not let it get the best of us, though. We can't give up. If we give up, we're accepting the loss. We're accepting the death of America, and we're accepting our own death, in a matter of speaking. We can't allow it to happen. This nation was built on the ideals of freedom. A mere 5% of the population rose up against the British and won. The American spirit, the Christ-filled, freedom-loving spirits of the very first Americans, is what gave birth to this nation. And we can't allow ourselves to say that spirit is no longer exists in this country. Each and every one of us that have fought the good fight and tried getting Obama out obviously still have that very Christ-filled, freedom-loving spirit flowing through our veins. And that's a good thing. Going by how many people did vote for Romney, that's a good portion of Americans that love freedom. Now, if all of us Americans that have that much love for freedom and have that much respect for freedom and for what it takes to get to freedom, and if we can all band together and work together and back each other up and support each other through these times that are ahead of us, we'll be able to pull through this. We might wind up a little banged up a little bit, but we can come out of this survivors. We do not have to give up. I understand it's a little disheartening, you know. We put our all into this and we lost. This was a major battle. I understand that. But it wasn't the war. It was only a battle within the war. The war is still waging on. There are still more battles to be fought. So we need to keep strong. We need to keep our faith. We need to unite. Above all else, we need to unite. There's numerous different Tea Party groups. There's numerous different other patriot organizations and militia movements out there that have all been working completely independent of each other. And that might be the reason why we failed. If all of these different organizations can come together and unite as one giant organization, one giant force to be reckoned with, not only can we will we be able to get through these next 4 years, but we will be able to hopefully breathe life back into America come 2016. That depends on all of you. What are you willing to do now? Are you willing to join any organizations out there, any patriot groups out there? Some of which you can join is Spiritual Messiah Ministries, a true Christian ministry. The Christians United for Christ, an American-based Christian organization crossing denominational lines, pulling all believers of Christ together to work together. BUKA is another strong Christian American patriot organization. Links to these organizations, by the way, are on spiritualmessiahministries.org. So you can check out these different organizations. You can also check out the ministry. If you belong to a Christian patriot organization, are you willing to ally your organization with other organizations, which will not only allow your organization to be more numerous and have more power behind your organization, it will also be able to make the other organizations more numerous and more powerful. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to work with others? Are you willing to work with other organizations? If you're independent of organizations, are you willing to join an organization? That we need to come together. We need to unite now more than ever. The fate of America depends on it. These next 4 years are going to be extremely, extremely rough. It is going to be a living hell. Myself and so many others have been warning about this for so long. We saw it coming. We've tried warning everybody. A good number of people listened, and whether they were for or against Romney, they voted for Romney, understanding that a no vote or a third-party vote was going to put Obama back in office. But there was also a good number that didn't listen, and they either didn't vote at all, they voted third party, or they wrote in Jesus Christ, or they wrote in their pastor's name, or something stupid, and cost us the vote, and put Obama back in office. Well, now that everything is said and done, what are you willing to do from this point forward? What are you willing to do to make sure that we can take America back in 2016? What are you willing to do to make sure we can get through these next 4 years and breathe life back into America? The only way we are going to be able to pull this off is if we unite as one. Each and every individual and each and every Christian and American patriot organization across the country needs to unite. We need to become one united force. We need to become one giant community. Let's stop looking at ourselves as strictly Floridians, New Yorkers, Carolinians, Hawaiians, Californians, Texans, and let's start looking at ourselves and each other as Americans. We're all citizens of America. The independent state militias need to connect with the outside state militias and work up some sort of interstate telecommunications. So each state knows what the other states are doing at all times. The state militias, in turn, need to open up communications with the Tea Party, who in turn needs to open up communications with the other patriot organizations out there. All of the organizations and all of the Christian institutions need to work together. They need to band together now more than ever. It is extremely important if we're going to make it through these next 4 years and still have an America to save. And if there's any hopes in salvaging America, that's what we have to do. People need to pick up their Bible and start reading from their Bible. People need to start walking their everyday life with Jesus Christ at their side. And people seriously need to get down and pray to Jesus every day, each and every day, that we are going to be able to make it through these next 4 years. And that come 2016, we will be able to pick up America from the ruins and breathe life back into America. And whatever remnants of America will remain come 2016. And we need to work together. I can't stress that enough. So please, well, any of you people out there that are willing to join other organizations, or if you're a member of an organization and you're willing to work with other organizations, please go to spiritualmessiahministries.org and email either myself or the ministry, or you can go down into the description area of this video and email myself or email the ministry. The email addresses will be below. And let me know if you're either independent of an organization and you're seeking to join one, and whether or not you're willing to join the ministry, or if you're a member of another organization. Let me know that you're willing to work with Spiritual Messiah Ministries and the Christians United for Christ, and let's start building this coalition. It is now or never, folks. We lost a major battle. We lost a very large battle. But that does not mean we lost the war. We need to realize that, yes, this was a loss, but that we can't give up hope. It's not over yet. It's only over when you decide that you are not going to do anything anymore to defend this nation. Then and only then have we lost. But if you're going to sit there and you're going to say that, well, it's already too late, America's gone, America's dead, you're no longer my countryman. So you might as well just cease from contact with me and with this ministry. If you understand that, yes, we took a big hit, major loss, but you understand that, you know, now we have to recruit, refresh, reorganize, unite, and get back out in the battlefield. Send myself this ministry an email, and let's put a game plan together. And stay on top of your local officials. Anybody that is dealing with any kind of legal battle that involves our freedoms, stand behind them. It is important that we fight this to the finish. America is not dead yet. As of right now, the United States Constitution still holds power. It has not been completely destroyed yet. Let's not let it be destroyed. Wherever the battle arises, make sure that you are there to make sure we win that battle. If you know of an organization that is currently in a court battle, support that organization in which way you can, and spread that court battle like wildfire across social networks. Bring it to everybody's attention and urge them to support those people in that court battle. If you wind up in any kind of legal battle, spread that information like wildfire. Ask everybody to help you spread the information and to back you. And we will all back you. We need to stand by each other. It is extremely important. We cannot give up. We lost an extremely important battle, but we cannot give up. The war has not been lost yet. So stop sitting there with your little pouty face on. Wash your faces and get back up off your couch and get back out in the roads. Get back to marching down to the battlefield, because this war is not over yet. We did not lose. We lost the battle, not the war. I want all of you to stop crying and stop pitying yourselves. I'm seeing everybody all across social networks blaming this one, blaming that one, and just the pity is amazing. Knock it off. Yes, I'm upset we lost. But it is time we realize that we only lost a battle, not the war. So like I said, wash your faces off, clear your face of all those tears, blow your nose if you have to, and get back out there. The fight's not over yet. And please, pick up your Bible and pray every day that we get through these next 4 years. And anybody that is mentioned that is in the court system or is going to be in the court system in the future trying to defend our freedoms and trying to defend the United States Constitution, get behind them. Support them. Back them up. Help them win that battle. Each and every court case that is won is a plus. Each and every small battle that is won is a plus. Because every small battle that's won, that's that much more ground that we are taking back. And that is extremely important. We cannot afford to lose any more ground than we have already lost. We need to start, effective immediately, to start taking back the lost grounds. We need to send reinforcements to all the battles that are still active. And we need to unite across organizational and state lines. This isn't a joke anymore. This isn't a conspiracy theory anymore. It is now fact. Everything that myself and others have been saying is now fact. It's now happening. We need to organize ourselves. We need to unite ourselves across state lines and across organizational lines. We need to open up the line of communications. We need to support each other. We need to send reinforcements to all battles that are still pursuing. All battles that are still being fought in the courts right now that are open. We need to send the reinforcements to. Any battles that arise in the next 4 years, make sure everybody is aware of it. So everybody can get behind them and reinforcements can show up for those people and help them win their battles. Because if we don't, if we continue these next 4 years how we've done these last 4 years, there isn't going to be an America in 2016. I don't want to have to completely start new. It'd be easier to rebuild than to start fresh. Let's make sure there's something left of America come 2016. That can only happen with unity. And that can only happen with God. We need to get right with God. We need to unite. And we need to fight. We've lost the large battle, but we can win the smaller ones. And we can get the momentum rolling for 2016. It has not been lost yet. Suck it up and get back out there and continue to fight. That being said, thank you for watching. I will have my usual weekly message up Saturday or Sunday. And as I said, anybody who's willing to join an organization or any organizations willing to open up communications and form alliances with other organizations to help salvage America, email myself or the ministry. That being said, thank you for watching. I look forward to being in contact with you all. Please spread this video. Make sure everybody sees it, or you at least reiterate my message. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you to save America. We have not lost the war. Not yet, we haven't. And I don't intend to. God bless.